Welcome back to the channel, man. I'm Moedotj, and this is episode 7 of P Valley. Now, we missed a week, so now we got P Valley 7 this week, and the last episode is next week. If you think about what Starz is doing with this, the finale of P Valley, followed by the premiere of Power Book 2. Hey, they did the right thing. It was smart to make a pause. But anyway, shout out to the notification gang. We got to get that first. And if you want to be part of the notification gang, it's easy. Just hit your subscribe button, turn on your notifications. You get something every time I upload. But real quick, before we jump into this, shout out to my boy Futuristic Mike. He's on YouTube. He does recaps. Me and him, we spoke to each other. And we might have a little collab or something going on. We don't know what we're going to do yet. But check out his stuff. I'm going to have the link to his page in my description. Hey, man, we support everybody. There's no hate at this page. I'm not going to hold you guys up, because I think this intro is running at a minute. Let's jump right into episode 7 of P Valley. Now, this weekend, along with the last episode, we didn't really get too much shock value in the opening scene. But what we do get is Haley, aka Autumn, dancing for a guy, and she just in there getting it. This guy looks like he in pajamas. It might be a suit, but she dancing for him. He's in pajamas at the house, and she's just giving him the business. He over here like, yeah, he's sitting back like, yeah. So she dancing, and then all of a sudden you hear wah, and the baby's crying. So you're like, what is going on here? So it turns out she's thinking about what she used to do. So this is her old relationship, and this is what was going on. Them two, they were good, getting their little thing on, doing what adults do, dance for me, baby. And then the baby started crying. So after that, she snaps out of it from her little flashback where she's thinking about the past, and then we get to see her hotel room with her apartment. My bad. I would call it, it's a motel type. That's what I figured is a motel. I wouldn't even call that an apartment, but it's an apartment, and she's tearing off the paper off the window. So it looks like, hey, she's got her money. She's about to get up out of here for good now. We all remember Mama Mercedes. We won't even call her that Patrice, because Mercedes don't mess with you, we don't mess with you. Dead to Mercedes, you dead to everyone watching. I guarantee everyone watching right now, no one likes Patrice. But she got bailed out by Uncle Clifford, because Uncle Clifford had a plan. The only way I'm going to be able to keep this, keep the pink here without the casino coming and taking over is, one, either I lease my land out, like what the Corbin brothers is doing, or I signed a petition. We don't even bring the casino here. So what Clifford is doing is she got Patrice out because she just bought a new little congregation, a little church. So she got a new congregation. And she's like, bring everybody out. You got a bigger mouth than me. Bring everybody out and vote against. Let's get a petition to keep the casino out of here. You know what I'm saying? We're below the Bible Belt. No, we don't want that here, man. Gambling is a sin. We don't want that here. So Patrice's job is to get all of her followers to sign a petition to try to keep the casino out of here. So Uncle Clifford had a plan. I'm going to bail you out, but you got to help me. That's the only way Uncle Clifford's going to do anything. Uncle Clifford, if you do something for you, I do something for you, you better believe you got to do something for me. Now, it turns out that Andre is actually a real hustler. I know a lot of people were saying, like, we don't know about Andre, he's kind of, is he police, is he feds? But we know that he's trying to get the casino together, and he's actually a hustler. So he promised, well, he didn't promise, he told the brothers, you could potentially get such and such amount of money. Now, he never said that. You remember, Corbin is the one that was like, no, if we lease it, we can get this amount of money. And if you remember when Andre was talking to the head developer, he was like, man, let's give them what they're worth. Now, no one read between the lines. So what Andre actually meant when he said that is, when they go into Ruffin's office to sign, Corbin signed, the other two brothers hadn't signed yet. Instead of getting $6 million and then leasing it, they get $500,000 up front, and then they'll get 1% of the revenue from here on out. So they're getting nowhere near the $6 million. But Andre was like, no one guaranteed you that. So Andre actually hustled them and got them to sign. So everyone signed. Corbin signed first, and then the two brothers, they came up. So for Ruffin, he's like, all right, good. So now after they leave, him and Andre kind of get into it, and Ruffin's telling him like, hey, we need you to do this, and we need to get this casino here. I grew up here. I had to walk 6 miles to go to school. Everything's bad down here. Like, it may be some crooked stuff, but crooked is the only way we're going to get anything here. And I'm going to change my city, and I'd rather it be me than anybody else. At the same time, an assistant comes in, and she's like, hey, Mayor, we gotta go down to the park. And he's like, oh, okay, we ready? Turn on the news. They see Clifford and Patrice down there. And we already know Mayor Ruffin, him and Uncle Clifford, they close, but they not that close. So for Clifford to be down there signing the petition to not bring the casino, that's messing up Ruffin's money and Ruffin's plan. Before the brothers left, what they told Ruffin is, when we get this casino, we're gonna vote on the new mayor. We don't want you in here no more. Pretty much get rid of the blacks. So it's about to be a clash. We got Ruffin and Uncle Clifford. They really about to clash now, unless Clifford can get some money out of this deal. So it turns out when they said that Corbin had already signed, Corbin signed the documents to go ahead and lease it out for the 500,000 and the 1%. But he ended up getting his ass whooped for it. So they were beating on him. I mean, his face is toe up. I didn't give the screenshot of it, but his face is all toe up. So Uncle Clifford pulls up and he's like, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I just want to go, you know what I'm saying, get the same deal for the pink that you guys got for your land. You guys got $6 million. I can at least get $1 billion, $2 billion. And Corbin's like, oh, that's not how much it is. And they're not going to offer you that much money when they can get the pink for free pretty much, because we all know that the pink is going on the auction block. So Uncle Clifford is pretty much like, what? There's no deal. Corbin like, nah, man. I mean, we got a little bit of bread, but it ain't nothing that you know, saying that we were expecting. Everybody got hustled. And he pretty much said, nigger, like, you niggers. And Clifford said, nah, man, you got to change that to a nigga. Because you have white and black, but your white side's coming out when you say nigger. So once Corbin said that, Uncle Clifford said, you know what? You better not bring your ass to the club no more. Because you think you got whooped on? I'm going to make sure you get whooped on. It's just right here. This episode is the dividing of everybody. Corbin and Uncle Clifford both had plans. Let's make some money together. Now they separated. Clifford and Ruffin, they were kind of good together, but now they separated because don't bring the casino unless we can get paid. We want to bring the casino to make change, man. It's going to be a crazy episode. All right, y'all. I don't know if y'all ready, but it is Murder Night at the Pink. Oh, man. Lil Murder got the song coming out. Mississippi on fire. So pretty much this new hip-hop couple, they trying to make their way through the city. And Lil Murder has to perform. Unfortunately, Lil Murder, all that talk, stage fright. He ain't ready to get up there. So everybody's looking like, man, you can't rap this song. The song is tight. Just rap it. But when he's on the stage, I am murder. Like, he's too scared up there. So Mississippi's like, hey, DJ, cut the music. So while Murder's up there practicing, they're just looking at him like, how's this going? This is what you trying to do? We got a show tonight. You got to be ready. This is your opportunity to take off. The whole city's going to be here. You know what I'm saying? It's Murder Night. And this is potentially the last night of the Pink because it's going on the auction block pretty soon. So Mississippi's like, you know what? Let me take you back into the VIP room. What she does is she puts Murder on the stage naked. And she's pretty much like, hey, when I go out there, I don't be thinking I'm good enough to be on the stage and dance. And there's 300 people, you know what I'm saying, watching me. And Murder's like, it's going to be 300 people? She pretty much goes into full coach mode. Hey, snap out of it. So she gets up there, like, rap the song. So she plays the music, and he's sitting up there. And he's kind of nervous still. So, because he's naked in there, and it's just her and him. And he's naked up there. But he starts to feel the music. She's like, yeah, just imagine it like this. Boom. And he starts killing it. So now we know Lil Murder's about to have, hey, he about to have a performance of his life. You know what I'm saying? That's what everyone's expecting. We're going to go hear Murder. We're going to see Mississippi dance. Man, we can't go wrong with tonight. It's Murder Night, baby. Like I was saying, there's going to be a clash. It's going to happen between Clifford and Mayor Ruffin. And the sheriff showed up to Clifford like, hey, man, look, we got to get back on track. So if you guys are showing nipples while y'all serving liquor in the VIP room, I'm shutting it down. And Clifford's like, man, I'm trying to offer you some money like I normally do. And the sheriff is like, oh, no, Ruffin, mayor on something else right now. And I can't accept that money, but we will have to shut you down. That little stunt you pull in the park, he ain't too fond of that. So the sheriff isn't taking any money from Clifford anymore. So Clifford doesn't have anybody like, okay, we can serve liquor in the VIP room when they're showing titties, but we can't do that no more. So Clifford's like, damn, all right, what we gonna do? Because this is Murder Night. When Clifford gets into the office, guess who's in there? Miss Mercedes. And Mercedes, she ain't having it because Uncle Clifford was out with who? Patrice. And Patrice is dead to Mercedes. Man, so they pretty much they start talking in pink about the pink, and Uncle Clifford starts to break down like, man, we're gonna lose this. There's no orphanage for hoes. You know what I'm saying? That was funny to me because I mean there ain't no orphanage. You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, ain't nobody gonna hire Big L because I barely hired him. And Mercedes is like, what is Rule 24.5? No crying in the pink. So Uncle Clifford's like, yeah, you right, man, but I put everything I got into this club, man. I gotta make some shape. And then he pretty much looks at Mercedes like, you gonna dance one last time? Because this might be the last dance for everybody. And Mercedes is like, oh no, I told you once I leave, I'm done. And Clifford's like, nah, you gotta do this. And what is rule number 55.9? Let me tell you guys what 55.9 is. I think he said point 9. It's dance like there's money out there, even if there isn't money. Like, make this your last dance. So Mercedes is like, you right, I do need a little bit of bread too. So Clifford's like, yeah, let's get it done, man. You my bottom bitch. Let's get this done. Autumn and Mercedes end up having a sit down, and Mercedes gives her the last amount of money that she had for doing the runs with Autumn. And when Autumn gives her 10,000, she actually gives a little bit more. And Mercedes is like, what is this? And Autumn's like, you pretty much need, you know what I'm saying? You did good. You helped me out. I deeply appreciate it. Here goes some extra money so you can get to church. And Mercedes is like, nah, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I got a plan. I know what I'm going to do. Fast forward to Uncle Clifford. Hey, y'all, come on, ladies, let's get in here. Listen, this is murder night. I need everybody to do their job and do it the best because this is probably the last dance for everybody. I need everyone to get, hey, I need you, do your thing. Hey, you pregnant? Get behind the bar. You ain't no dancing tonight. Mississippi, do your thing. Mercedes, oh, she gonna do her thing up in here. DJ, play that music like you ain't never played that music before. Murder, you ain't in here and get out of here. But but everybody pretty much do your job. Diamond, Big L, don't let anybody in the club unless that they signed a petition to keep the casino away. So Clifford is using the club to get what he wants, and that's to keep the casino away unless they're gonna pay for it. And then Uncle Clifford looks at Autumn and says, hey, you bring the ballers in with your high yellow ass. You bring in all the money tonight, man. We need to get as much money as possible flowing through the pink, and we need to get as many signatures. We got to get this ball rolling if we want to keep this pink alive. We all know Murder's been feeling Clifford for a while. We seen they did their thing, and Clifford's just like, hey man, we need to stay in the dark with our relationship. We don't need no one knowing what we do because it's dangerous for us. You know what I'm saying? People get killed over this. In Little Murder, my bad, Marcus around Clifford was always like, no, I want to take you out, I want to do this. So Marcus actually gets Uncle Clifford and takes him through the woods to show him the stars. But when they get there, Clifford's like, man, it's cloudy outside. We're not going to see any stars. When they get there, we see Clifford's car with all these lights in it. And this is pretty much the star. So they get in the car and they just, saying, chilling, smoking, pretty much saying, this is what's going to happen at the pink. Oh, man, this is my night to take off. But Murder's kind of, saying, stage fright. And that's the big thing. If you're going to be an artist, you got to be ready to go. But when he's around Clifford, he's all right. So they in there smoking, drinking and stuff and chilling. And I guess to get his confidence, Murder wants a little bit of action, and Uncle Clifford's like, nah, not tonight, brother. Yeah. But they end up doing their thing and shit. And hey, man, I think that's what it took for Marcus to get prepared to be Little Murder tonight. You know what I'm saying? After you murder something, you know what I'm saying? You go do your thing, I guess. Now all the girls they getting ready because tonight we gotta make some money, ladies. That's it. Like Dollar Bill said, ring the light, man. Gotta turn the light on, turn the alarm on, whatever you gotta do to get these women ready, Clifford, because we gotta make some money. But the legend, the OG Mercedes comes down into the locker room and everybody's like, oh, and get just like I told y'all, my girl was gonna be back. And she's like, hey y'all, this is my last dance and it's probably y'all last dance. One girl's like, hey, can we get unemployment? And everybody's like, no, we can't get no damn unemployment. We are strippers. And one girl's talking about she doesn't want to go back to the dentist's office and work there. So it looks like everyone likes their job being strippers. I mean, shoot, you chill, barely get to wear any clothes. I'm hot as hell with this shirt on. So I take this thing off, go do some stripping. But they all in there. Mercedes tells the lady that sells the, the lingerie, the thongs and everything. She's like, make me something good because I want to shine. I want it to look like diamonds is on me tonight. So everybody like, all right, cool, we about to make some money. But then they show us Mississippi in the corner, and she doesn't have her son tonight, and she's getting ready for this last dance. The son's with the father, but everyone looks over there, and she's trying to cover up some bruises that she has on her arm. We all know that her baby daddy, I was gonna say her boyfriend, but her baby daddy abuses her. So they're like, man, we're gonna cover this up. And Gidget's like, why doesn't she just leave the relationship? And that's when we hear Autumn say, because when you leave, that's when you're most likely to get killed by your abuser. So Autumn, we know that she's been in that and she's been on the run, but she's looking out for, I was about to say Shannon. She's looking out for Mississippi. Remember, she did offer the gun to go, saying, get rid of Derek, but she didn't take it. So for Autumn, this is just look like a little triggering point because she's sitting there like, I don't know, I don't feel right. Here we go, the moment everyone's been waiting on, the one-on-one between Diamond and Mississippi. So Mississippi comes out. We know she has the bruises on her. We know that Diamond's been feeling her since the beginning of time. Since we first seen this and we seen these two interact, we knew that Diamond was feeling her. And this is his chance to make a move. Someone DM'd me, and I told him that the only way that this is going to work is Diamond has to be aggressive. And what does Diamond do? Be aggressive. He's talking to Mississippi, and he ends up seeing that she's feeling down and out, and he knows that she's going through things with her baby daddy. So what he does is he gives her a healing crystal that he got when he was in the military. He was overseas. His friend, his girlfriend, hold on. His boy's girlfriend was send stones, and they're healing stones. And pretty much they keep you safe. Now, the guy that he got it from ended up dying, but he saved Diamond's life. So what Diamond is doing is giving this crystal, this healing rock, to Mississippi because it's for courage. It's supposed to give you courage. So if you have it on, then anything that's happening to you, if it's negative, it should just be like blow past you and nothing to happen. So once he puts the chain on her, pretty much like Jay-Z said, I got the baddest chick in the game wearing my chain, he going for that kiss. They get about this close, and boom, Gidget comes out, kicks the door open, yelling because her boyfriend stopped in Alabama and didn't make it to the club. And she's so sexually frustrated. So for her, she's like, man, forget it. And Diamond was this close, Diamond. Damn. Come on, Gidget, you messing up things. It's murder night. The line is long. Everybody's showing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big performance. My boy Murder's going on at 12:30. You know what I'm saying? His manager's there. He goes past the VIP. Diamond's like, get in there before I change my mind. So he just walks straight in. Then we get to see Mr. Montavious. He comes in. He had a knife in his boot. Diamond's like, oh yeah, come up off of that. And then we get to see Andre. Andre finally gets there. Now remember I told you, Uncle Clifford said, you can't get in tonight unless you pay that money to get in and you signed a petition. But Andre's not trying to sign the petition because he's on the other side of the petition trying to bring the casino in. But Big L sitting there like, hey, it's either you gonna sign or you ain't coming in. That's for every single body. And Andre's like, So, but he signs the dough and he pays his money to go in. Uncle Clifford is smarter than what people think. And like I said, it wasn't him that fucked up the club. It was Grandma that messed up that thing, refinancing and doing all kinds of junk. I forgot to mention that Diamond confronted Derek, Mississippi's baby daddy, and was like, yeah, you trying to get in here? Go to the back of the line. You know what I'm saying? He ends up getting in, though, and he talks to Gidget, and Gidget's telling him, I know what you've been doing in Mississippi. I'm going to take her and the kids, and they're going to come live with me. And he pretty much dismissing her, saying, what's she going to do, come live in the trailer park? Like, nah, she's not ever going to leave me. So Gidget, he puts some money in her bra, and then Gidget gets mad and walks off. At the same time, Andre shows up with some champagne and 2 glasses, and he sees Autumn. They end up going into the VIP. Oh man, it's going down now. I'm talking about she dancing on him. I'm low key like hating on the show, like how Andre get that spot, and I'm right here. But she dancing on him. She taking off all the clothes. She pretty much like, hey, let's get it on. So he like, all right. So she dancing on him, but the whole time, phone ringing, just Brittany. He cancels it one time. Boom, she doing her thing. She starts unzipping his pants. He about to, hey, I'm like, dang, Andre about to get it in. Brittany calls again. They pick up the phone. That's it. He answers the phone. Hello? She's like, where you at? Oh, I'm at the room. She's like, you are? Yeah, I'm at the room. She like, no, because I'm here. So he's pretty much like, oh, I'm at the bar. Stay where you at. I'm going to come get you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come back to the room. He's he's getting caught up, man. There's no way a grown man should be getting caught up like this. Fellas, you going to the strip club, you got a girl at home, word of advice, turn the phone off. Can't track your location, can't say that you got a missed call. You don't have anything, you're working late. It's that simple, fellas. Here we go. Little Murder is about to start getting caught up in the game. Now we know he didn't blew a session because he was with Uncle Clifford and Grandma Clifford. And everybody's like, where was he at? And Mississippi covered for him. Well, this time his manager seen him coming out of the woods with Uncle Clifford. And he had just been on the phone with the talent scout, like, all right, we got Little Murder performing. So what he's telling Little Murder is like, hey man, whatever you got going on, whatever you're into, that's fine. I don't have nothing against it. I'm not gonna knock you. You told us it was a one-time thing now. Now I caught you, so it ain't no telling who else might catch you. But one thing you're not gonna do is mess up us getting this money. So if you're gonna be messing with Clifford, you can't let nobody know, or you gonna have to figure out a way to rap and make people not even care about that, because you're not gonna mess up our money. We got people coming in here to look at us. You got a tight song. You got Mississippi on your side. You guys are the couple. Let's make this money. Let's get it rolling. This is what we got in the game for. You wanted to be a rapper? Well, I'm setting up things. You got the song, you got a DJ, you got the strip club on fire. Let's get this money and don't mess it up with no personal relationship. I don't care who it's with, but don't mess up our money, man. And I agree. Like, I don't care who you mess with. I don't care what you do in your personal time, but don't mess up my money. I'll respect you and whatever you got going on, but don't mess up my money. Andre finally makes it back to his hotel room. His wife in there. She looking good. I'm like, damn, okay, Andre, you got some taste on you. You got autumn, you got the light skin, then you got the little chocolate in here too with the dress on. Okay, Andre, you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? You got two nice ones, you know. So they go in there and he aggressive because he didn't get it with Autumn. So for him, he has to make up for it. And she's like, oh, slow down a little bit. He's like, nah, take the dress off, girl. Let's get this thing going. So they end up having sex, and then he like, let me go take this shower. Now Autumn is dancing and Mercedes is walking around. She's looking good, you know what I'm saying? She got on her nice little outfit with the little pearls and little sparkles looking like diamonds on her. She's walking around and she ends up coming across Montavious. And we know Mercedes can tell who has money in there. He's in there with his suit by himself with a stack like this. And it ain't ones, it's 20s. Mercedes sits down, put her arm around him. He's like, nah, I got my eyes on something else. So Mercedes like, oh, my girl. She doesn't know this is Montavious. She doesn't know that he knows Haley, or my bad, Autumn. So she waving the money over. He gives her about $5,000. She waving the money like, hey, come here, Autumn. Once Autumn gets over there, the crowd moves. The crowd moves, and she sees that it's Montavious, and she's stuck. And he's like, Autumn it is? Nice to meet you. I want to go to VIP. And I'll pay more once we get back there. So Mercedes whispers in Autumn's ear, girl, go get this money. And Autumn is still in shock, but she walks off. And Mercedes is looking like, man, something's fishy about this. Once they get in the back room, Montavious is sitting there. And now we get to see more of the backstory. You hear Autumn say, I shot you. And he's like, well, not good enough. Where's my money at? So now Montavious has a bullet wound in him. Autumn tried to kill him, but it didn't work. Now he's back for his money. The whole time, Little Murder's getting ready to go on, and his ass is stage fright. He got a mink on. I'm like, okay, my boy's stunned, but he just too scary to go out there and rap. And that's the end of the episode, man. Why would they do that to us? Like I said, man, that's the end of episode 7. Comment below what you think is going to happen next week. I can see two things going. One, Murder gets out there and bombs it. Stage fright. 2, he gets out there and kills it. Let me know below what you think Little Murder's going to do, man. But, hey, thanks for watching. That's episode 7. We're going to be here for the finale next week. Also followed by the Power Book 2, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up, man. Thank you guys for watching. We're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers. Hey, man. If you're new to the channel, you like my content, you like all this P-Valley, anything else, check it out. I have a lot of it. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Like, comment, share. Hey, thank you for watching. I'm Moedotj, and I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.